Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for an album review. Shabazz Palace's Black Up, right there, sitting there, gonna be there all week. Okay, Beirut is a project spearheaded by multi-instrumentalist Zach Condon, and this is his third full-length LP under the project, The Riptide. So Beirut, when I first came into this band, it was pretty exciting because around that time in college, a professor of mine had recently introduced me to Balkan brass music, gypsy music, Romanian music, klezmer, and ever since then I've had kind of a soft spot for that stuff and anything that, you know, kind of tries to be like it. The kind of sounds that bands like A Hawk and a Hacksaw recreate so lovingly and so well. It's not new for a Western band to be kind of toying with this sort of stuff. But Beirut, to me, was a little bit different in that Zach Condon really wanted to write pop songs, but was still so in love, still so enamored with this sound and style, it just had to be incorporated into his music. He seemed really kind of dedicated to the origins of this kind of stuff and making that really clear in his music. I mean, he even collaborated with one of mine, and I'm sure they're one of his favorite Balkan brass bands, the Kokanee Orchestra. If you check out Beirut's first record, Gulag Orchestra, there's just a mood there that isn't usually there in Western music, with the really weepy horns and accordion and strings and piano, just really weepy, really mournful. I don't mean sad, I don't mean depressed, I mean mourning. And Zach took that sound and really just translated it for a Western audience. There were poppier moments on that album, like Postcards from Italy, but that stuff wasn't the main event. For me, the main event, the majority of the stuff on there, really had deep roots in that Eastern European flavor. Then after that came The Flying Club Cup in 2007, and there was a change there. The songs seemed a little simpler, a little poppier, but it resulted in catchier songs, something that was a little more immediate. Plus, the recording was better. There were some awesome string arrangements on there from Owen Pallett, and it just seemed like the natural progression past Gulag. Things fell silent for a little bit, and then Zach dropped these two EPs together, Real People Holland and March of the Zapotec. Real People Holland was something from another solo project of Zach's, which was really more of an electrified indie pop sound. But March of the Zapotec achieved something that I always wanted to happen for Beirut. A really gigantic, huge, live, pit orchestra-sized horn section, not multi-tracked horns thrown together in a studio, real actual horn section playing arrangements and songs that he's putting together. Perfect recording and great musicianship, just bringing it all together for just a massive and emotional set of songs. And now we're here with The Riptide, and I can't help but feel like we've moved backwards just a little bit. Those two EPs that Zach released in 2009, they were on such opposite ends of this spectrum that it was hard to love both of them. But now, after I hear this, I can hear why he wanted to print both of them. Because his love of really simplified pop music comes on strong with The Riptide. In comparison with the Flying Club Cup and Gulag Orchestra, this thing comes to the table with less detail in the arrangements, less length, less foreign flavor, and less energy. It's hard for me to feel that way and be happy. You know what I mean? The songs on this are simple, and the songs on the Flying Club Cup were simple too, but the trade-off on that album was that, you know, the songs are simple, but the arrangements come on heavy. They're everywhere. They're intricate. They're very layered, and there's always something new you could pull out of them, making it worth it to return to this album and listen to it again and again and again. There are still horn sections on here, but none of them weep, none of them really emote, none of them pa. They just all kind of fly in between verses to just break things up a little bit. East Harlem, Vagabond, Santa Fe. Zach's horns have kicked more butt than this. They have. And you know, I can appreciate simpler. Simpler is cool, but these heftier horn arrangements, these heftier instrumental passages haven't been replaced with anything. The songs just feel a little neutered. Most of the tracks on here just consist of several different chords. I mean, the first two songs pretty much have the same chord progression, but in different keys. The same chord progression, in a different key, that is used behind the song Nantes on the Flying Club Cup. This thing isn't entirely bad, though. I still dig Zach's vocals a lot, and the songs I gravitate toward the most are the ones where he's digging into that a lot, his vocals. His singing on Port of Call is great. I love his emotion on that, and hearing him sing over that pump organ drone, I assume it's a pump organ on the Peacock, is really dramatic too. Still, all the instruments are on this album just like they used to be. There's a little bit of a flash of indie pop flavor here and there, like on the song Santa Fe with the bouncing synthesizers that open up the track. And for the most part, the music here still implies stuff like baguettes and wine and candlelit dinners on the balconies of expensive and fancy five-star hotels in downtown Paris. It's just that to me, the Riptide is like a night in Paris, whereas Flying Club Cup is like a week, and Gulag Orchestra is like a year backpacking through Europe, visiting every country that you possibly can. Still, this thing is a Beirut album. I would rather listen to this, and I feel more definition in this than any number of lo-fi or synth pop bands who all sound the same. But I still can't help but feel like I've heard this done before, better, by this project. I'm feeling a strong 5 to a light 6 on this. What did you guys think of it? Love it, hate it, why? But what does Cal Chichesta think?
USA! 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 USA forever!